What's up and welcome back to the channel. The name is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Check out the links posted in the description down below. Consider joining the channel today, and thank you to everybody who supports the channel. Make sure you're also supporting the channel over here by following over here. Very important going forward, because there's going to be a lot of videos that will be uploaded here. They're going to start live streaming over here, and this is going to be the platform in future, I think, because they're going to have an iOS and an Android version of this, so it's going to be really important. Here we have an article from Bounding Into Comics, great site, and I have to say, big fans of them here, and they've written very well here, and they've written a numerous amount of articles that have been fantastic. These are not individuals that are writing, that are shilling for these companies. These are guys that are out there, and ladies that are working for this company, that are also telling the truth, and I think it's brilliant to see. It's great to see fans with a voice, so well done to Bounding Into Comics, love the work. So here we have an article here, and I think that this is going to have big ramifications, and I'm going to talk about this as this video moves along. So Ruby Rose Batwoman cut from Crisis on Infinite Earths scene shown in Arrowverse special. Now I think it's not really surprising to anybody who's out there to know that Ruby Rose, and particularly Batwoman, is very unpopular throughout the DC universe, and particularly when you look at the ratings and the consistent drop in ratings that they're seeing now, even in season 2. It's inexplicable to think that this is actually after going for a season 3. They're after saying that they will be renewing for a season 3, which sounds very odd given that the numbers for this are very low. But this is a strange company, and this company is going to continue to do strange things, I think, in the future. Ruby Rose Batwoman's cut. So the things between Ruby Rose, the CW and Arrowverse producers may be chillier than we know, as a clip taken from the finale of the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover was recently shown during a recent showcase of the DC TV multiverse, with Rose edited out of the scene. Now, as a side, it's strange to see that Todd McFarlane has decided to make a Batwoman figure in the DC multiverse line. I think that that's quite an odd thing to do, given that the ratings for this character, and a lot of people particularly don't like this character, that he's gone and decided to make an action figure. Now, it's not of this version of Batwoman, it's of a version from the comics, but still, to me, it seems kind of odd that he would choose a character that seems like it's at its most unpopular of all time. So here we have it here. It says the special, which aired following the premiere of Superman and Lois, which was well received by a numerous amount of individuals, but when you're looking at individuals that are behind that, the likes of Greg Berlanti, it certainly ring alarm bells for me. It's going to take maybe the fourth season where it might be decent, and then second season it's going to go into second season syndrome, goes woke, pure nonsense. And there already are little hints of it happening already within season 1 with the first couple of episodes. Featured a clip showing the lineup of the Justice League on Earth Prime after the crisis was averted. However, conspicuous in her absence was Rose, clad in her batsuit and maskless, even though she was there and stood as a member of the team. So here's the new image, and here's the old image. Now this has big ramifications going forward. Above is the altered shot for the TV special. Below you will find the original take with Rose on the left between John Johns and White Canary from early 2020. So as you can see here, they have completely removed her from this. Now, I know a lot of people out there might say, well, that's what they did with, say, Captain America Civil War, and they had edited out the likes of Spider-Man and James Rhodes, and that was to do with spoilers. And they do these things sometimes within these TV shows, that they'll edit someone out digitally so there won't be a spoiler. But to completely remove a character that the CW wanted to pontificate the fans about and to champion for a very long time is extremely unusual. Now, what ramifications has this going forward? Well, if they championed this character for so long the way they did, and they actually rolled her out quite nicely in that the suit fell out of an airplane and this individual picked it up, and her fate is left kind of ambiguous as to what's going on, what do you think these companies are going to do to people that they don't like? So, for example, we have the Gina Carano situation. Does that mean now that Lucasfilm might go back, because they already were able to edit out the jeans guy that was in one of the back shots? Are they going to edit out Cara Dune now? Are they going to recast Cara Dune? Because this is what they're able to do within these shows, and this is why I'm highlighting this now in particular. Is this what they're going to do going forward for people that they don't like or they don't agree with, or people that have been cancelled? Are they going to just edit them out? Are they going to just recast them? Because I feel that this is the way they're going to go in future. You're going to see people then that are going to be recast, I think maybe a couple of years down the line, they're going to recast a certain character because the likes of the mob don't like a certain individual anymore and want to go and attack them, and then they're going to recast an individual, film scenes with them, green screen them in and put them in here. This is what I feel is going to happen in the future, and I'm not going to be surprised, because that's why you're seeing a lot of these individuals walking on eggshells and not saying anything. I think the Gina Carano situation is certainly after opening the door up, and I think it's going to certainly show if they decide to do anything with that character, particularly the Cara Dune character. If they decide to either recast or change anything that happens beforehand, it's going to be very clear to see. What's very curious to me is the departure of Ruby Rose from this series. A lot of people still don't know exactly what went on. We do know that Ruby Rose had an injury within season 1 and felt really bad about it, and particularly was quite heavily injured from it, from what we understand. But there seems to be more going on than meets the eye. Was she unhappy about the writing of the scripts? Was she unhappy about the way the show was lampooned? And in my opinion, rightfully so, because a lot of the writing was terrible. It still is. It seems like that they're well aware that the writing is bad. Maybe she felt that wasn't what she signed on to play, and that's why she had so many problems. I'd love to see an interview with her where she's pretty much telling the truth and telling people what went on, because I think that's what's going to be needed now if she wants to continue to have a career maybe going forward and to be taken anyway seriously. I think this is going to be something that she's easily going to be lampooned about and laughed about. But when you're looking at this situation, this isn't good reading, and I think a lot of people are skirting over this issue and not thinking that this is a problem. And because she's a character that hasn't been well received and not particularly loved, I think this is a very big statement that if they're willing to do this to someone that they championed and push forward, what are they going to do to someone that crosses them in some way or form, or that they feel crosses them? What's going to be the reaction to that? I think this is a big image. I think that this is certainly going to be the way that they're going to go going forward. They're able to essentially edit out one individual that's been pretty important here within this series, even though it's been lampooned. But I think to me that this is a very strange way of going forward. What's going to happen next? Going to be interesting to see. I can see why these CW actors all walk on eggshells, why they don't say anything. Who's going to be next to be removed? And when you look at this image, even look at the size of Superman, he's so small. I mean, I think Superman and Lois is going to be a program that's not going to be great, and I don't think it's going to continue on very long. That's going to be successful. I think a lot of people are going to get hoodwinked with 2 or 3 episodes and then realise then after the fact, this is actually a problem, because anytime Berlanti's involved in things, problems arise. Look at what's going on with Green Lantern for the moment. They don't know what to be doing with Green Lantern because they're afraid of pushing one person out or the other. If you put Hal Jordan at the forefront, there's going to be a problem. If you put Jon Stewart at the forefront, there's going to be a problem, because those are 2 individuals that don't go with people here that are in the CW that want to write about them. They don't like those individuals. So if they decide to push out a new character or characters that could be seen as a bit controversial, they're not going to be going near them whatsoever. So that's why you're seeing the stagnation of the Green Lantern stuff going on. They have to find out who they want to use. And I think whatever way they decide to go with it, I personally hope if the CW, Greg Berlanti are involved in it, I hope it's an all-new character so that they don't do anything to Hal Jordan and take over Hal Jordan's name and absolutely sully it the way they could, like they have done with some of the characters here. And the same with Jon Stewart. I wouldn't like to see them do that with Jon Stewart. I don't like the fact that they have had John Johns in here, the Martian Manhunter, and they've basically made a laugh of him with the CGI. I don't like that. That's a character that I love and I really like. So I mean, for them to do that, I think is inexcusable personally myself. So this is the state of the entertainment industry. This is why I think you're seeing a lot of adult pretenders, as Nerdrotics calls them, that are in fear for their jobs, because these people are really realising now, I think, that okay, right, we can be edited out. This is a big moment, and I think that this is going to happen very much so in the future. I think watch this space on this one. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Consider joining the channel today, and I'll talk to you later. Good luck.